So today I am joined by DJ Shangela Pierce. You know her and love her from RuPaul's Drag Race and from HBO's We're Here. Shangela, thank you for joining me.
Well, hallelujah, and thank you for having me. Look at this illustrious studio I've set up today. Just a very non-steamed, fully wrinkled green screen action. It's fabulous.
So we are so excited about the season finale of We're Here on HBO. What can you tell me that we can expect from this last episode of the season?
Well, this last episode, We're Here is a real life series. And that's something that we've continuously been able to see throughout the season. It's that it is a slice of real life. And in experiencing real life, the pandemic, which came through and shut down so much of our former ways of life for a time being, came through to us too. And we had actually had to, you'll see in the episode, without spoiling too much for you, we also had to deal with the reality of COVID-19 and what it's done to our country, and also how it's required us to change the way that we operate. So we were actually filming during the time that it hit, so you'll get a real perspective on how we've dealt with that, but also maintain, the beauty and the message of what our show has come to be known for.
Yeah, I think it's really special that this show is bringing about so much unity and showing how you can bring this different perspective to communities that may not have been exposed to drag as much and been as exposed to queer culture, and really showing them what it's about and just spreading that joy with them. It's been really delightful to watch.
Oh, thank you. Delightful, exciting, tear-jerking, all of the above.
All of the above. That Lady Gaga gif of her saying, magnificent, wonderful, never been done before.
Club, another club, bus, plane.
Exactly. So it's been just amazing to see how you guys have come together. What has it been like working with Bob the Drag Queen and Eureka on this show? You guys have just been such a dynamic trio throughout this.
Yeah, I don't know how we get any work done. Honestly, it's a lot of fun working with the two of them. We are all from the RuPaul's Drag Race family, and so we've at times been on similar tours or the same tour together, but we've never just been the three of us working together on a project. So this has been really fun to get to know those girls a lot better, but also just get to have some let our hair down. Well, Bob ain't got no hair, but let loose and have fun together. We have a lot of fun.
So what was it like really getting to see all of these people learn to grow and change and learn so much about this community that they may not have known about? Because that was something so special about this show, was the communities you were visiting were really seeing this for the first time. What was that like?
Yeah, when this show was originally pitched to me by the creators of the show, Johnny Ingram and Steve Warren, I was like, okay, 3 drag queens going across country to small conservative towns, connecting with people, helping them realize, the best version of themselves through drag, and then producing these one-night-only drag shows in these places that never had them. I was like, okay, sign me up, because I grew up in a small town. I've always wanted to find different, unique ways in order to give back. And also, it's kind of like taking care of my younger self, if I could, in a way, right? Very Back to the Future-ish. And I really jumped at the opportunity. And then when I got into this role, along with Bob and Eureka, when we see the real change, honestly, that's being done in a very small amount of time. I mean, we're in these cities probably 7 to 10 days max. And you think, okay, what's going to really happen in 7 to 10 days? And we're not, fairy godmothers that come in, ding, fully makeover, this town is perfect now. It's not that. But to see the journey that the local drag daughters that we take on go on, to see the change that the town ends up somehow experiencing, and these communities of support for the LGBTQ community that we unearth in some of the most unlikely places, right? Twin Falls, Idaho, Ruston, Louisiana, Branson, Missouri, and we just get people that come out in droves to show love. Now, you saw it. We also get opposition. There were places and times where it was really tense, but that's the reality. That's real life. People aren't always going to love you, but if you can meet them with love and hopefully engage in a conversation, a difficult conversation sometimes things can result in change. So that's why I was really proud to be a part of the show.
Now, while we're on the subject of difficult conversations, I wanted to give you the opportunity to address, you posted this wonderful 7-minute long video on your Instagram last week talking about all of your feelings on the death of George Floyd and the protests that are going on.
My emotions right now are in unrest, and that's because our society is in unrest. If you've seen the video, if you know what's going on, if you are staying informed, then I bet you're under unrest too.
And I just wanted to give you the opportunity to kind of speak to what's happening right now and what we can do moving forward.
Yeah, well, this is truly a powerful moment right now. I think we're going to look back on this moment in history and remember this, like, you know, how people remember marches of the 60s, how people remember protests after the Rodney King incident in Los Angeles. This is going to be one of those moments. And it's important, though, that we've had to have some important discussions that sometimes are difficult discussions, similar to like the, you know, ones that we've had when we're here, about the treatment, or should I say the mistreatment and oppression of Black people here in America, specifically with regard to law enforcement and how it's been dealt with. And I've just always been a person to want to lead with love, but I know that also when you're looking for justice, you want to be heard. And so many in our community right now, the Black community, as well as the queer community and the American community, want to be heard about the injustice, and they want to know that they're being heard, you know, about the feelings of this is against what we believe in as a human group, right? As humanity. So I think that, you know, it's important that everyone stay safe. I've always encouraged that. I've never encouraged violence or inciting violence in any way, but I want people, like, I'm there with them and knowing that you want to be heard. We want to be heard. This is something that cannot continue in our community. And as we go into Pride Month, and I said this in my video, I didn't know it was 7 minutes, girl, I'd be talking. But you know, we're going into Pride Month, and Pride is a time about, you know, celebration, but it's also, you know, Pride was born out of protest. And Pride is a time where we have to strengthen our community. We want to stand together, specifically as a queer community, but also as a human community, about what's right, about equality and justice. And I hope that more people take a stand in this to really join in this movement toward justice. I think there has been a lot of peaceful protest out there that's not being showcased as much because it's not as flashy, you know, sometimes for television, but believe in that you do deserve to be heard. That's what I want everyone to know. Just believe you deserve to be heard and know that I hear you and I'm right there with you.
Well, Shangela, I just want to say thank you so much for taking the time to chat with me. I'm so excited to see the season finale of We're Here.
Thank you. I'm thankful to have a platform, okay? And I'm going to keep going, and I hope people continue to not lose hope. And thank you for chatting with me today. And we're here, season finale. I can't believe it's over. I've had so much fun. Can we get another season, please? I live.